Poem for Mum this week.
It's poem.
You can go, Ellie.
Poem or poem?
Poem.
Okay.
Sam, is it poem or poem?
It's embarrassing.
It's a page long. Okay. It's a long poem. I know. Try not to fall asleep.
But a love bug, didn't you?
I do. Living
A bit
with
of a
this woman,
soppy.
she does that to
It's a
me.
bit soppy.
So I called this the
Is this appropriate? Can I
very.
just check?
This is
Unlikely.
maybe
Is
some
this
parts might be,
Is
some
this
parts may
okay
not.
for Vic's company?
Well, you're about to
He doesn't
find out.
care. He doesn't
You're
care.
about to find
Yeah,
out.
maybe you can read this to me.
All right, shush,
He
shush,
doesn't
shush.
care that they're underage children.
All right, this is the Trish 52nd birthday poem by Donovan Shaw. In 1989, I was in church on Sunday morning, sweltering in the North Queensland humidity, when I saw an Afro babe on the church stage. She took away my flaccidity, and eventually my timidity. The voice of an angel from heaven filled me with warm fuzzies. Then she turned around, and I saw her nice booty. A good Christian young man was I, that would hardly sin. So I prayed hard to Jesus. He forgave me again and again and again and again. Thank you, Jesus. Now, a beautiful smile and lovely physical features are one thing, but her keen mind and non-bogan accent, well, that made my heart sing. Her intelligence and assertiveness were an instant attraction, and every time I saw her, I felt great satisfaction.
You know when he's about to say an interesting line because he starts laughing.
I know it's corny, shush. But who was this woman called Tricia Leroy? The one that filled my heart with great joy.
Oh no.
Where did she come from? I wanted to know. This woman I'd see later, stuffing her face with gâteau. My Bible college friends told me she came from Mackay, a French girl, recently from overseas. I wanted to win her with great expertise. But alas, I was timid and not one to intrude. So I pulled back. But still being obsessed, I was one miserable dude. Now one day my friend Kishan visited me at work. He said, "Don, you're being a ridiculous jerk. Obsessing so much over this Tricia Leroy. Don, you're going crazy. Focus and show her that you're hotter than Patrick Swayze." I summoned within me all of my powers. I said I would do it. Then I sent her some flowers. At church the next week, she pushed me aside. With confidence, she said, she needed to confide. "I will talk to you later, with something to mention." At that point, my heart froze with great fear and tension. When later we spoke, she smiled and she said, "I know you sent me flowers, and I'm thankful for them, and maybe one day we can be friends." At that point, I realised this woman was no goose, and just maybe she saw me as someone with whom she'd like to reproduce. Well, was I right? Was I right? Was I right?
Not even enter my mind.
One day at the shopping centre with my friend called Kish, I looked up and I saw a beautiful dish. It was Trish Leroy walking past while I was eating a Whopper. She was eating French cake, but not very proper. Now this woman Trish Leroy, she does not often blush, but when our eyes met, there was silence, a beautiful hush, and she certainly did blush. Probably because she was like embarrassed, because she had like cream on her face, because she was stuffing this cake into
You
her
can't eat
face.
French cake, you know, with any kind of custard and cream. I know. Yeah.
Now this woman called Trish Leroy, oh sorry, I did that one already. Now my trusty wingman Kishan saw I was totally bewitched, so he walked home that day, gallantly ditched. I smiled at Miss Leroy and I said, "Can I drive you home once you've consumed your French bread?" She agreed and I smiled, my heart was on fire. We soon married, had kids. Now my life is no longer haywire. She's now 52, we've had our ups and downs,
Make it rhyme.
and we've had many laughs, raising these clowns. But now we're best mates and loving our life, and our ridiculous children still sometimes give us some strife. But we love them and try our best to do well, and our dogs in the mix that sometimes give us some hell. But we know we are blessed and we're thankful for that, and I'm thankful she still loves me, even though I'm now fat. Our love will grow more and never will falter.
It's called cuddly. Cuddly.
Okay, I'll have to find something that rhymes with cuddly. Our love will grow more and never will falter. It is stronger and harder than the rock of Gibraltar. She still makes me laugh and swoon with much glee. I'm totally in love with my crazy, beautiful Trishy.
Clap, clap, clap.
Cuddles, Gimli likes
It's
it.
okay, it's a clap. No one's hurting. No one's attacking anyone.